Hello friend, this is Jimmy from Can Have an Immigration Canada. This video is regarding the Canadian news immigration updates for last week or so. Let's start with the newest addition to the online portal that will expedite the permanent residence landing process now. The government has started moving away from in-person to online portal because of the current situation, so and the restriction are out there. So the new electronic process is expediting the landing process for new permanent residents. Now you can confirm permanent residence status without in-person interviews through a new portal for most of the cases. This portal will allow new residents to share their personal information with IRCC. New residents can also declare that they are in Canada, giving their new address, submitting the photos online, and to make their permanent resident card for first time. And they can also get their access to their proof of permanent residence status. So all this can be done online now. So the new portal has already been started. So if you are new and you want to go through all this paperwork, and you can done it while you're sitting at your home. The next update that is coming from Newfoundland and Labrador, that they have given the in-demand occupation list from their province, and whatever categories or the skills they are looking from the new or the prospective immigrants who want to come to Newfoundland and Labrador. So there is a list, and most of those categories are exempt from the labor market testing requirements. So this is a very good news. This will increase the speed of the paperwork which every candidate employer has to go through. If you are in one of those categories, I did mention it in my other video, so you can go and check all those categories. It's in healthcare sector, information and communication technology. If you are in any of those categories, then your employer is in Newfoundland and Labrador, so they don't need to go from through all those labor market impact testing requirements, and the paperwork can be done very quickly within few weeks. Next update is coming from the Rural Northern and Immigration Pilot Program, that one of the community in the Vernon, Northern Okanagan in BC is making it easier for immigration candidates to get selected. They are doing lot of changes. The most notable change that will help employer hire more employees, a decrease of minimum wage that was permitted to $23 from the $25 per hour category. In addition to those who have been working, studies, or living in the community for at least 6 months are exempt from all those criteria, and they can simply score at least 30 points in the community point system. There has also been a point increase for the candidates who have worked or studied in that community. Those with at least 6 months of work experience in the community will receive 15 points. It used to be 10, and those who have studied in the community for at least 2 years in the last 5 years will receive 10 point, that used to be 6 points only. So there are a lot of other changes that has been coming from this community in BC. If you are in Northern Okanagan and Vernon community and you want to go through the RNIP program, this is one of the best opportunity for you to apply for this and get selected for that. Next update is coming from the Saskatchewan PIP, the SINP program. They have invited 564 candidates in their new draw. That is both from express entry and occupation in demand stream. If we look at total of 133 candidates were invited through the express entry subcategory, and 426 invitation that went to the occupation in demand category. Again, the EOI score for at least 74 in order to get invited. I know there are a lot of people who are waiting to get a decrease, but every time it's above that range. It's not coming below 70 from long time now. Uh, if we look into more detail about this program or this draw, Invited candidate in the in-demand occupation or in the express entry categories, they needed to have a work experience one of the 86 occupation though. So this time they have included 86 occupation in this draw. So for both of them, you have to have at least 74 points or more on the SINP's point assessment grid to get invited. So there was a little update from SINP. And if we go toward the western coast, again look at BC, PNP, they have also invited tech worker and the entrepreneurs in their new draw. Again, just to let you know, when you are in entrepreneur draw, it does not mean that you got an invitation and you are done with your case. There are so many cases I've seen, people are overconfident and you have to go through interviews. After that, there are a lot of paperwork. This means your file has just started, right? I have so many clients in last month or so who lost their track whatever they were doing before, and in interviews they got rejected. So be very careful when you're applying for the entrepreneur program, especially it's a long and lengthy paperwork. So you definitely need to put a lot of focus on that one. So BCPNP has issued 68 invitation through the Express Entry BC and Skills Immigration stream, and the minimum required for the successful candidates was 80 in all of these categories. They have also invited 11 candidates through the entrepreneur immigration stream. The minimum score for this draw was 121. So there was an update from British Columbia in last week. And again, there is a very good news that's coming from Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia invited express entry candidates in this new draw. The invitations were issued on December 1st through the labor market priority stream. Let's go more into detail. They did not specify the number of invitations they have issued. But again, the labor market priority stream allows the Nova Scotia PNP program to search the federal express entry pool and from where they are getting their candidates now. If we look at the past draws, they have targeted programmers, media developer, automotive industry worker and nurses for especially at this moment. Again, the candidate need to have at least 1 year full-time work experience and minimum 30 hours per week. Candidate must also have 1 year of skilled job-related work experience and have a Canadian secondary school diploma or equivalent or more. Lastly, the draw targeted express entry candidate who have a CLB score of 5, very low score, in or higher in either English or French. Those who receive a letter of invitation in this draw, now they will have 30 days to submit their complete application. They have to get the language test, proof of education, and the job offer with their application, right? So that was a little update. Again, very low score, 5, and you go through. You can get your PNP invitation through Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is also all, as I mentioned before, all the Atlantic provinces are going very easy right now. They need a lot of manpower. Skills immigration is the main key for them right now. So if you are planning, so plan for those provinces. So again, if we look at the travel ban has been extended into the new year now. So all of those restrictions will go at least end of January now. So if you are planning to travel, so make sure you plan ahead and have all your paperwork ready to show at the border. Another update that was coming from Saskatchewan itself, like they are giving 10 additional points for the bilingual candidates who are applying for SINP. If you have a score, if you have a testing result from English as well as French, so you guys are eligible for to get those 10 additional points. Also, Service Canada has also started scheduling their biometrics online. starting a couple of weeks ago. So now, if you are in Canada and planning to give your biometrics and waiting for the call from Service Canada, you don't need to. You go online on their website and you can schedule your appointment through them. So these were the few updates regarding Canadian immigration for last week or so. I'll keep you guys updated if there'll be anything else comes up. Till then, you guys all have a good day. Thank you.